year out of Maryland. Watch the pump fake to set it up. Here it is. Pump. Yep, I got 6. McKnight, the rookie out of Liberty. He's going to make this team, and he spun Darren Anderson around.
Well, Anderson stayed in there as long as he could with it back to the ball. Did not get a signal to turn around.
John Casey out of the hold of Tootin. The only scoring we've seen in the second half. 12 yards. McKnight from Gelbaugh. Kicked by Casey is perfect. 29-6.
Well, with 2:03, clock running down here, the Buccaneers are finding themselves short by 23 points, and hard to believe this to be the 3rd time that the Bucs have lost to the Seahawks in exhibition, and now become the 5th time that they have lost to them. Replay on the left, a good pump there. As you can see, Anderson is there not getting any help, possibly should have had a call from John Lynch to turn to find the football, but it never came.
Well, Darren Anderson's going to have a long time in the film room looking at that when he got spun around. Good toss by Gelbaugh.
Tell you what, it's tough. You're getting now to midway through the exhibition season. There will probably be a pretty good cut coming this week, wouldn't you think, Jim?
There'll be a pretty good cut. I think it's a long flight back. You've got your interstate rival, the
Miami Dolphins, coming up next.
They'll be at Joe Robbie Stadium, 7 o'clock on the Buccaneers television station next Saturday night. There is the score. The Seahawks get ready for the Moon Man, Warren Moon, ex of the Houston Oilers, and the Minnesota Vikings right here next week. Squib kick at the 13-yard line. It's Eddie Small. Up to the 25-yard line, 1:55 to go mercifully here in Seattle. A 12-yard return. We'll take a timeout and come back and put a period on exhibition game number 2. The scoring drive from Husky Stadium, a 19-yard strike. Gelbaugh to the rookie McKnight out of Rutgers, who made a nice catch for his initial touchdown of the season and in a Seattle uniform. Gelbaugh has looked good. To be honest, McGuire looked good, and certainly Rick Meyer looked very, very good. Coming up next week, I'm sure Dan Marino and the Dolphins will look good. Find out 7 o'clock, the Bucs television show from Joe Robbie Stadium. Rudy Harris barrels across the 35-yard line. You had some stats on our quarterback.
Had some stats on the corner. Casey Wellman coming in. Looks like he's going to be the one that's going to turn the lights out. 4 of 12 for 33 yards. And I do believe that that run was the longest run of the ball game. Rudy Harris, he also had the longest run last week.
Wide to the left side, Dedrick Smith. Small to the near side. Weldon getting a lot of work. Dilfer doesn't know that many plays. Neither does Rhett. There goes Rudy Harris, upended at about the 43-yard line. Jay Bellamy, the rookie out of Rutgers, on the hit.
Well, for Rudy now, that is his 3rd carry for 18 yards. Last week he had 1 carry for 20 yards.
Rudy Harris will check in. Rudy Harris is out and Royster is in. Mazio had that big game last week. 11th round pick back in '92, 10 times. He carried last week, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. Only carried 33 times for 115 yards in all of 1993. And Royster dances down. So we are inside 40 seconds and maybe just 1 more snap.
Well, that'll bring up a 3rd down. Could there possibly be a flag down on this play? There's a lot of discussion by the officials.
So we should end close to the record. 18 punts by the 2 teams.
Did we ever find out what the record was? Or are they still hiding it from us?
Red
Unnecessary roughness. Number 31 on the defense. 15 yards. First down.
Well, Vic, it has been a pleasure I know you saw them last week against Cincinnati. Some thoughts after the first 2 games?
Well, the big thought on it is that last week they looked an awful lot quicker. They looked a lot sharper, especially defensively. I don't think that has been true here today. Offensively, the offensive line has been a big disappointment. But it's still the opening part of the preseason. Hopefully they can find the answers.
Play action fake. Casey fires, and this one is picked off. So it will end with an interception at the 13-yard line. Jay Bellamy, the rookie again. What a second half Bellamy and McKnight have had, the 2 youngsters. Seattle has looked good. The Bucs have made the Seahawks look better than they are so far at this point. Also, you could throw in the 6-hour flight from Tampa just coming in last night. It is preseason, but when they come back here to take on these Seahawks on November 20th, it will count. Dilfer will know a lot more. So will Rhett, as far as playing, and the playbook will be expanded, and it will count.
And I'm sure they won't come the day before they play.
And I'll bet they don't have 18 punts between them. So one more snap should just about do it, and then Tom Flores can turn his attention on slicing off some of the Seahawks from the roster and getting ready for Dennis Green, Warren Moon, and the Minnesota Vikings next week right here at Husky Stadium. And of course, we'll be with you 7 o'clock live from Joe Robbie Stadium next Saturday night. The Dolphins of Don Shula, Dan Marino et al., and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who will now leave here with a record of 1-1. They came from behind last week against the Bengals, and this week they fell from in front to lose. 22 unanswered points by the Seahawks, and Seattle scored the only points of the second half. 29-6 is the final score as those 2 great quarterbacks shake hands. Flores, of course, played for the Oakland Raiders, the Buffalo Bills. Sam started out with Wheeling in West Virginia. They will meet again right here on November the 20th. Vic and I'll come back and put a period on things after this timeout on the Buccaneers Television Network. Some tailgating parties going on over there on Lake Washington. As you look at Husky Stadium begin to filter out, I feel like Matthew Broderick at the end of Ferris Bueller. Go home. It's over. Go home.
Well, I'll tell you, some of the people are going to go home and some are going down there and tailgating, and I see some people getting on boats getting ready to leave here. Disappointing game for the Buccaneers, but there's one nice thing about it. There's always next week against the Miami Dolphins, and I know that Coach Sam Weiss and his staff will hopefully try to get the Buccaneers ready to take on that fine team down in Miami.
Vic, it has been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it.
Well, I've had fun with it also, Jim, and hope we get to do it again.
Thanks to our spotter, Billy Werndell, the best in the business. That's why we fly him here. We'll see you next week, 7 o'clock from Joe Robbie Stadium in Miami. The Dolphins of Don Shula up against Sam Weiss and the Buccaneers. There's your final. We'll say so long on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Television Network.